Hi, my name's Lee Seltzer, and I'm a finance job market candidate at the University of Texas at Austin. And today I'm going to be describing to you my job market paper, The Effects of Leverage on Investment in Maintenance, Evidence from Apartments. So to briefly motivate, the United States is a large multifamily rental industry. And one unique feature of this industry is that tenants rely on landlords to invest in maintaining the building, an investment that impacts the quality of life of the tenant. One observation from this industry is that tenants frequently complain that landlords do not invest sufficiently in maintaining the building to meet their expectations. Now, apartment buildings tend to be financed with mortgage debt, and we know from the corporate finance literature that debt can induce firms to underinvest. So the research question that I ask in this paper is, does apartment leverage impact investment in maintaining the asset? And the methodology I use is going to be exploiting novel data on housing code violations, which are incurred by landlords when they invest insufficiently in maintaining their buildings to meet local laws. I collect this data from 45 cities throughout the United States using Freedom of Information Act requests. And I combine this data with information on financing for apartment buildings. First, I run panel regressions of code violations on loan-to-value ratios. And due to the rich panel nature of the data, I'm able to include zip code by year and issue year fixed effects, as well as to control for time varying characteristics. And I find that there's a positive correlation between loan-to-value ratios and code violations. However, due to endogeneity concerns, these results cannot be interpreted causally. So I exploit a natural experiment in the setting of New York rent stabilization. New York has a large rent stabilized building stock, and one unique feature of rent stabilization in New York City is that landlords are allowed to raise their rent beyond the rent ceiling when they make improvements that increase the value of their assets. Prior to 2011, landlords were allowed to increase their monthly rents by 1/40th of the value of such improvements. However, after 2011, owners of buildings with more than 35 units were only allowed to increase their monthly rent by 1/60th of the value of the improvement. This is the ideal setting for a difference in differences design, where those buildings that can only increase their monthly rents by 1/60th of the value of the building faced a negative shock to their future cash flows, which decreased the value of the building, thereby increasing the leverage. The results can be summarized in this difference in differences figure, which show that after 2011, there was a large increase in the number of violations for treated buildings relative to control buildings. Additionally, in triple difference regressions, I show that the results are concentrated in buildings that were highly leveraged prior to the shock. These findings are consistent with the theory that high leverage induces landlords to reduce investment in maintaining their assets. Thank you.